Okay, let's see what happens on the last day of Grand Party. I haven't done videos for the other days just because they're kind of easy because we have Kizaru. For the last two parking adventures, using this guy has just been essentially a cheat code. You could have also used someone like Whitebeard and Ace from the 10th anniversary. But this character, Kizaru, is great because you need a leader that is either Logia type or Zoan type tagged, and then you get a bunch of buffs. I don't think you get any type of buff if you don't have one of those leaders. So of course, it's not really any good Zoan type options. When it comes to Logia type, however, there's of course the Ace and Whitebeard, Kizaru, and I've also seen some people use the Reverie Sabo. I don't know how good of a GP leader he is. But Kizaru is great because his activation requirement is very easy. You just need to do a bit of damage. And then he can also activate 4 times, which is really nice. And he also is going to special bind the enemy, which is super helpful, especially if you are using a weaker team that can't handle the enemy's first wave of specials. So we're just going to go into this, try to get this done as quickly as possible. Of course, at this point, I can only see one team. Same will be for the next one, and the final boss, or the final win, I won't be able to see any teams, as we all know. So it looks like Paul's going to be the easiest option here, because this guy doesn't have too many investments. His boss alone is 99. He of course has versus Kaido and Paul maxed and some on the bench, but this is pretty easy. I'm not going to take a risk for the video, guys. We're just going to see how these teams go. So I'm running Sai, Dex, and Shooters. Shooters are so reliable. I'm just going to run Sai against Dex. It should be pretty fine. I don't really have the Straw Hat team, the one with the 11th anniversary Nami. Borsellino fits really well into that team, but I'm just using a Dex team where of course Borsellino is going to be situated. So I mean, this seems like a pretty good Dex team, but I don't think there's going to be too much of a problem. I mean, Frankie's there. I should probably give Frankie posters. Just some real talk, because he's been pretty good. The shield he provides is really nice. Of course, having Garp there is great for the death hit special, or upon death he activates his special once again. Is really nice. So as you see there, Frankie giving us a ton of buffs. Kizaru activating, he's not going to do much. The only thing I think about Borsellino that will make him a bit better, as you can see, that I literally just first damage dealing special, and we already have our Borsellino already. I'm just gonna use him, why not? I should have probably used it before Uta activated. It shouldn't be too much of a problem though. I just wish Borsellino was a damage received based GP burst, because if you get absolutely demolished by the enemy, you're not gonna have a chance to get that burst ready. But if you want to try to make your matches as quick as possible, then Borsellino's great. Oh yeah, we're winning easily. I mean, it's of course because we have a Pal leader on the enemy side. The only thing is that Pal is indeed a Zoan type enemy. So if you are trying to make it easy for the next person, maybe change it to someone else. Maybe other Pirate Humble recruit that doesn't have Zoan type or Logia type tags. Because all the units are gonna have all those buffs because Pal is a Zoan type leader. Of course, no GP burst, no GP leader skill, which is still really nice. Really shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, so we're up against Slashers with Dex. If I can special bind them, I really don't think we should struggle. But if S-Hawk activates, I mean, we're essentially finished. I mean, Dex team is quite tanky. My Kaido versus Kaido is level 150 limit break expansion, so this Usopp is a new addition to my team. I don't know how good he is. He does do dot damage, I think. Yeah, dot damage gives us CT and then delays the enemy. Okay, I'm gonna use the Borsellino. So when you're using Borsellino, make sure you are timing your burst properly. If you use it right at the start, then the special bind will be gone by the time the enemies need to use their special. It is only like 15 turns, which is, I mean, 15 seconds, which is still really good. Ace Hawk is binded, so I mean, yeah, we really shouldn't have any problem here. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for the bench to come in, and I'm just gonna use my burst again. Yeah, a very easy match. I mean, we are running a 6-man team, but it's really not much of a problem. That Dex Lucci 6+, I mean, he's a really good character. He was also really good in the Grand Voyage against, who was it up against? We were, trying to remember. The Wapple? No, it's the one after Wapple. I don't know. One of the Grand Voyages. The most recent one was really good for Lucci. But let's see if the second match is maybe a bit more interesting. I mean, I'm of course hoping for an easy time. I don't want to sacrifice my 30 Rainbow Gems and Legend ticket. I will do the Legend ticket if we get there. So, I mean, there's literally no reason for me to go against anyone besides Law here. I should probably use a quick team, but you know, I'm kind of lazy. I think definitely not using my Dex team, that's for sure. I'll use Sai, why not? I have some Dex units on my shooter team, so they'll have type disadvantage. Or I shouldn't say type disadvantage. I don't want to get the wrong idea. There's no color affinity in Rumble. But our Dex units, I mean, the strength enemy units will have resistance to Dex enemies, so they'll deal a lot less damage. Okay, very interesting team there. Chopper 5-star, I really don't understand the intention behind that. Maybe it's just for aesthetics. I mean, I don't know the investments of the enemy, and I mean, they have the 6+ Doflamingo. So I'm not going to skip, especially since I don't know how good Sai is against strength. Honestly, towards the end, no matter how cocky you are, just try and not be. Just wait, be patient. Make sure that you're timing your burst properly. You really don't want to lose 30 Rainbow Gems and a Legend ticket and a bunch of bounty. I mean, no one cares about the title, but you don't want to lose all those rewards. It's literally the easiest 30 gems you get in the month, so long as you have an established account. Oh yeah, this seems pretty safe. Doflamingo is super special. I mean, I actually need to do a showcase for Doflamingo. I mean, from what I've heard, he's really good in Rumble. But I mean, I think that's just what they're doing now. They make the paywalled super I can't speak, bruh. They make the paywalled super evolutions. They make the 6+s have really good Rumble abilities. Otherwise, it's not really too enticing to get them or to pull for them. So yeah, I'm just gonna use the shooter team. It's the safest option. Shooters are still really good. And since we have mostly dual units who have no type in Rumble, it really doesn't matter which team you're fighting in terms of type. So we're up against Dex. So actually our Tsuru and our what's her face? A Snake are gonna have increased resistance. And of course Tsuru is gonna be dealing a lot of HP cut damage. Honestly, I don't care. I should have timed that. I don't know what I'm doing. But it should be fine. Oh, yeah, and he also paralyzes and action binds them, which is really nice. Ace is gone, so I mean, yeah, it's really not too hard when you have Borsellino as your leader. I mean, I know a lot of people might not have him. Honestly, most people probably do have him by now. It was kind of like the main anniversary unit that people pulled for. Seems pretty easy. Yeah, I can use my burst again. It's a very easy requirement for Borsellino. Of course, it was reduced for the for this GP, but still, it's a very nice, easy requirement to meet. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip. Very, very easy. You see, this is why I didn't record this season, because it's so simple when you're using Borsellino. I mean, of course, you have to have decent teams. My Rumble teams really have improved in the last like the last few months, mainly thanks to Nydato and some good pulls. I have a lot of the main characters you need. My Ints team is still really bad though, so there we go. 10 Rainbow Gems. I think I already got the raid, the limited pull raid. Let me just go quickly do that, see what we get. Then we can get the last, I think 30 Rainbow Gems is the final 15th win. Because you get a total of 50 Rainbow Gems from GP. Really good rewards. Sometimes it's really hard to reach that though. Let's see what we get. I mean, the only character I'm missing from this pool is the Sai Kuma legend. That's a great dupe. I mean, pretty decent for the shooter teams. I think they're also pretty good for the ins team. Just a really good unit for stun. Not stun, giving enemy confusion. And then of course some bounty. But let's see how the final match goes. As you can see, they actually have quite a lot of rainbow gems for one, so really saving for One Piece Day. They also give me up to like 340 rainbow gems. I mean 320. Now you only get 20 gems there. But we got a ton of rainbow gems over the course of the entire event. Okay. So I was actually surprised that on the 14th win, I also couldn't see all the enemies. I really couldn't remember properly. Downloading. That's an interesting sign. That means someone's running a fodder unit. Or this could be the first time I'm facing up against 6+ Zoro. I really don't know what it is. Kevo from the Stumps Alliance. Yeah, I'm just gonna run Bonnie. I mean, once again, she's not gonna be having any type of GP leader. She's also not Logia or Zoan type tagged, so this should be pretty easy. There's probably an int team, so I'm just gonna use my Sai. Yeah, but yeah, there's really not much to talk about. I mean, if you want to use the other GP leaders, you could probably still get away with it, but if you want to just guarantee yourself the win, then I mean, just go for using the Sai team. I mean the Borsellino. If you do have the full Straw team with the 11th anniversary units, the Nami, the Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and the Borsellino, then go ahead and use that. And what kind of a team is this? It's a randomized team, so I can just skip. This is literally a free win, guys. It's too easy, man. Of course, if you are unsure about your teams and you have 3 enemies that have all like very intimidating leaders, maybe you have a 3 Borsellinos, then search up the name on the OPTC Discord. Maybe ask that person to show you their teams. You really want to be safe. You don't want to lose these last 20 gems. But I'm guessing this one is also going to be a fodder team. Then after this, I'm of course going to change my GP leader to someone that's easy to beat, so that anyone who fights my teams has an easy time. Powerhouse fighter team. Yeah, this is definitely made by the AI. There's no way this is a real team. It's so scuffed. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip. Too easy, man. So I hope your GP matches went just as smoothly as mine. I hope you ran into some randomized teams. But yeah, make sure you set your GP leader to someone else so that if someone runs across your team, they have an easy time. Of course, sometimes even when the enemy has no GP leader, you still get absolutely destroyed from the team. But let me just see here what I can change it to. You don't want to do this where you just have one character, because then they won't be able to find you. So you want to just do an auto edit. GP leader. I'm just gonna put someone like Nydato. Why not? Because he's the mythical zone type, so he's not gonna impact. So that's a pretty good team. Let's set that as our final team. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe. Just use Kizaru. Just use him. It's so easy. I know Whitebeard and Ace is much more stronger, but it's much harder to get their ability to proc. I think you need to like lose 7 characters. Like 7 characters need to die or something. So essentially, your first team is screwed. And then the second team will 100% win, but then the third team might be screwed again. So just use Kizaru. He's much easier. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace, and I'm out.